المؤمنون أيتها الأخوات المؤمنات، يقول ربنا سبحانه وتعالى من بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم: لا خير في كثير من نجواهم إلا من أمر بصدقة أو معروف أو إصلاح بين الناس، ومن يفعل ذلك ابتغاء مرضات الله فسوف نؤتيه أجرا عظيما. هذه الآية تشير إلى أمر مهم بل بمنتهى الأهمية. يشير تعالى إلى أنه لا خير في كثير من كلام الناس. نحن لما نجتمع، لما نقعد نخرج بلقاءات، نجتمع مع بعضنا، الله عز وجل يقول: لا خير في كثير من كلام الناس إلا من أمر بصدقة. لأن المال عزيز على النفس، والمال النفس حتى تنزعه منها جبلت الأنفس على الشح، شدة البخل. الشح هو شدة البخل، النفس مجبولة على الشح. فأن تأمر الناس بصدقة هذه من الأمور التي يحبها الله عز وجل. إذن هذه من النجوى المحببة إلى الله، لأنك أنت تأمر بصدقة، والصدقة قد تكون بالمال وقد تكون بالعلم. صدقة العلم يعني أن تعطي أنت مما علمك الله عز وجل، أن تتصدق مما علمك الله عز وجل. والتكبير صدقة، والتحميد صدقة، ولا إله إلا الله صدقة. فأيضا هذه كلها من العبادات التي تدخل في الصدقات التي يحبها الله عز وجل. أو معروف، مطلق الخير، يعني أمر بمعروف ونهي عن منكر، من الأشياء التي يعظمها الله عز وجل والتي يحبها الله عز وجل، وترفع الإنسان إلى مصاف الصالحين، لأنه من الأشياء التي يحبها. طيب، ما من المعروف الإصلاح بين الناس. طيب، لماذا الله عز وجل قال أو إصلاح بين الناس؟ قال لأنه إصلاح ذات البين من أهم الأمور التي تفسد المجتمعات، وإن كانت من المعروف إنما استثناها الله عز وجل نظرا لأهميتها، لأن فساد ذات البين هي الحالقة، لا تحلق الشعر بل تحلق الدين. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in wonderful verse teaching us the importance of the tongue and the importance of the word, that you are responsible for your tongue and you are responsible for each word that you're saying. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to elaborate on that, He's telling us many of the talk of the individuals, there is no khair in it, no good in it, except if they are talking to one another to deliver sadaqah or to give sadaqah. This is the things that Allah loves, that you can talk about. And you can talk a lot about. Giving sadaqah encourage someone to spend in Allah's sake. As you know, money is dear to anyone, to every one of us. It's very dear to us. So to ask people and to encourage people to spend in Allah's sake, that this is something that belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the sadaqah, it can be as well any good words that you're saying towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as zikr. Because tasbih, it is sadaqah. Tahmeed is sadaqah. Takbir is sadaqah. When you say subhanallah, it is sadaqah. When you say Allahu Akbar, it is sadaqah. So this is the most beloved action of sadaqah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you can say it a lot. And your tongue will be a ni'mah for you. Your tongue will be a gate to heaven, to the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So imagine how the tongue, it can shift you to the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and imagine the rewards from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He might give it to you because of your tongue, because of your word that you're mentioning. And the first thing is sadaqah, to order people to say sadaqah or to give sadaqah. And the second thing is ma'ruf, aw ma'rufin. Ma'ruf is to forbid what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forbidden, and to ask people to do good things. Amr ma'ruf or nahy, to enjoy goodness and to forbid haram. This is amr bil ma'ruf. Anything that good for the people. وَتَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى. Help one another to achieve bir and taqwa. The ulama said, al-bir islah al-dunya. Al-taqwa islah al-akhirah. Help one another to build your dunya, to establish your dunya, to establish your life. One another. This is for the good. Because you're doing something for the betterment of your life. This is something good. Ta'awanu, engage with each other to build bir. Bir is to fix your life, to better your life. Taqwa is to better your akhirah. وَلَا تَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْإِثْمِ وَالْعُدْوَانِ. And do not help one another to mischief in land and to do harm in land. Do not help on ism and udwan, aggression. Don't help anyone to be aggressive or to do harm on the land. أو إصلاح بين الناس, that from ma'ruf is to fix relationship between two brothers or to be between Muslims and two individuals, if Muslims are non-Muslims. That the Muslim has this mentality that if he sees someone is in fight with someone else, so he try to reconciliate the problem, because this is his mentality. He was raised that he loves Islah. He tried to make Islah among people. If you see a wife and husband want to get into this fight or dispute, then try to fix it. If you see a brothers or another brother, they are not talking to one another, fix it. If you even among the family, and that's a lot in our community, that you see brother is not talking to his brother, and a sister is not talking to her brother, her own brother, and a father is not talking to his son for years. So reconciliate, because this is something that Allah loves the most. And look at the verse what said, وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ ذَلِكَ ابْتِغَاءَ مَرْضَاتِ اللَّهِ. Why you're doing it? Are you doing it to say that I'm fixing between people problems? You're doing it for yourself, or you're doing mardat lillah? If you're doing it for Allah's sake, then what is the result? Look at the result. سوف يؤتيه الله أجرا عظيما. أجر عظيم. It's not any ajr, it is أجرا عظيما. Therefore, that any sentence, any word you're saying, do not categorize under these three categories. Sadaqa, ma'ruf, islah bayn al-nas, it will be against you, or it will be wrong, or it will be nothing. They said, الكلام أربعة أقسام. ضرر محض ونفع محض وكلام فيه نفع وضرر وكلام لا ضرر فيه ولا نفع. الكلام الضرر المحض، كذب، الغيبة، النميمة، فحشاء، البذاءة، هذا كلام ضرر محض. هذا الإنسان يحمله وزرا وإثما. الله عز وجل يقول ولقد خلقنا الإنسان ونعلم ما توسوس به نفسه ونحن أقرب إليه من حبل الوريد إذ يتلقى المتلقيان عن اليمين وعن الشمال قعيد ما يلفظ من قول ما يلفظ من كلمة إلا لديه رقيب عتيد. يعني في تسليط أضواء على كل كلمة ينطق بها الإنسان. جعل له ملكان يراقبانه بشدة. لذلك يوم القيامة يا ويلتنا ما لهذا الكتاب لا يغادر صغيرة ولا كبيرة إلا أحصاها ووجدوا ما عملوا حاضرا. يقول الإمام أحمد بن حنبل رضي الله عنه، يقول حتى كلمة ذهبت وأتيت وفعلت وسويت تكتب لك يوم القيامة مكتوبة. ما يلفظ من قول إن حسن فلك الأجر إن سوء فعليك الوزر. فلذلك قال أحدهم وددت لو أن لي، وهو الإمام علي كرم الله وجهه، يقول وددت لو أن لي عنقا كعنق الزرافة حتى أدرس الكلمة قبل أن تخرج من في. لذلك كان يقول أحدهم أيضا يقول أقسم ويقول والله الذي لا إله إلا هو ليس هناك شيء يريد حبسا من اللسان. لازم أكثر شيء تحبسه أنت لسانك. So therefore if there is any word that you are saying, it's monitored by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He told us that Allah is close to every one of us. He's very close to us. And He knows every word you're saying. And it is monitored by two angels. That every single word you're saying, that it will be written. And in the other verses, in the time when the mushrikeen and the kuffar, that they see everything that was written to them, said, Ya waylatana. Oh Allah, Ya waylatana. Ma li hadha al-kitab. Our book did not leave everything. Min saghiratin aw kabiratin. Even small issues, small words was written. Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal said, if you say, I went to somewhere, and if I came from somewhere, that it will be written. That every single word is monitored and is written. In very high technology. That the technology is the technology of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not the technology of your computer or iPad. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has in the memory, in your chip, that every person has his own chip, that this chip is monitoring every single action you're doing and every single word you're doing. When you know that, so you have to be careful. 3 categories only. صدقة, معروفين أو إصلاح بين الناس. The ulama, they said, words is four parts. Words, 4 parts. Either it's bad completely, when you lie, when you backbite, when you slander someone, when you're talking against someone. So this is bad, completely is bad. When it's spreading enmity among people, it's spreading rumors among people. So this is bad completely. And there is a word good, like sadaq, like tasbih, like zikr, like anything that is making you close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is a good word. And there is a word that has our talk, it has double ways. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. So you have to be very careful, because if you really shift yourself to the bad one, then you will be in problem. And there is a word that does not have any benefit, that is not harmful and it's not good. It's not harmful, it's not good. I'm buying, I'm selling, I am doing this, I am doing that. That's this called, they said this is a lahu. This is among a lahu. That even it's better is not to really engage in lahu. Imam Ali bin Abi Talib, he said, I wish I have a neck so tall that I would measure my word before I say it. I would measure it before I say it. And another scholar, he said, the most important organ in your body need to be jailed is your tongue. And therefore Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created for you 2 ears, open one, look at this, open ears, and He created for you 1 tongue with fence. The fence is the teeth. He opened for you 2 ears is to listen more. And the tongue was closed by fence as you watch what you're saying. Because what you're saying, it might lead to divisions. It might lead to killing. It might lead to divorce. It might lead to corruptions. And you don't know. You don't know. Really, it's a word that might really affect a family. One word. It might affect a family, it might affect an individual, it might affect a country. It might bring war. So the word that you're saying, it has to be monitored. So that is Islam, how Islam really emphasizing the issue of watching what we're saying. Watching what we're saying is very important. And once Mu'az bin Jabal, he thought as we also think. Mu'az, he used to think like us. Mu'az thought, he said, are we going to be blamed for what we're saying? هو نحن مؤاخذون بما نتكلم به يا رسول الله؟ فقال له رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ويحك يا معاذ وهل يرمى الناس على مناخرهم يوم القيامة في النار إلا حصائد ألسنتهم. أنت بتزرع وبتحصد حصائد الألسنة. ما هو حصاد لسانك؟ إذا خير احصد خير. بس عم بيقول له لمعاذ إنه أكثر الناس يوم القيامة يرمون على وجوههم يوم القيامة في النار لأنهم زرعوا شرا فحصدوا شرا. Muaz is similar to us. He was wondering, is this really a big issue, O Prophet, that are we going to be blamed for what we are talking about? Are we going to be blamed for our words? Prophet said, وَيْحَكَ يَا Muaz, what you're talking about? The people will be in the day of judgment thrown on their faces in the hellfire because of their tongue. You plant and you get what you plant. If you're planting good root, وَمَثَلُ كَلِمَةٍ طَيِّبَةٍ. Look at this. وَمَثَلُ كَلِمَةٍ طَيِّبَةٍ. The example of good kalima is like the example of wonderful tree, that it has deep roots and it has wonderful branches, give fruits in every occasion and give goodness. The word that the good word you're saying, it will affect me, it will affect you, it will affect everyone. Not only that, it will continuous to affect. So like a palm tree, give always hayy. And the example, وَمَثَلُ كَلِمَةٍ خَبِيثَةٍ كَشَجَرَةٍ خَبِيثَةٍ اجْتُثَّتْ مِنْ فَوْقِ الْأَرْضِ مَا لَهَا مِنْ قَرَارٍ. And the example of a bad word is the example of bad tree. It was cut and there is no benefit for it except to burn it. This is the only benefit, that it will temporarily benefit and it will gone. So this is the example of the bad word. So you might feel relaxed when you say it. You might feel happy when you say it in that moment because you're doing something that this is called the shahwatul kalam, the desire of talking, the desire of, you might be happy in that period, in that time, but lately it will be damaged. It will damage you, it will damage society. So brothers and sisters, let's really work on that. And remember the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. Please, let's go with the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. He said, Idman li. This is in Bukhari. Idman li. This is a wonderful statement from the Prophet ﷺ, and it's guaranteed. He guaranteed. Idman li. ما بين فكيك وما بين فخذيك أضمن لك الجنة. أضمن لك الجنة. And who's guaranteed Jannah for you? Prophet ﷺ guaranteeing, stamping the Jannah for you, giving the key of Jannah. How he is giving you the key? He said two things. He said, control your tongue and control your private part, and I will guarantee you Jannah. I will guarantee you Jannah. And this is the problem today, brothers and sisters. When we sit, what is our najwa? When we sit together, what do we talk about? Imagine what we talk about. Backbiting, slandering, this is a tool, and this is... Once Prophet ﷺ sitting with Safiya, with Aisha. And Aisha said very simple issue. That our wives say it every day. We hear it from our wives. She said one word. She said, ما صفية إلا امرأة كذا. And she meant by كذا, قصير. She meant she's a Safiya. Prophet ﷺ was mentioning Safiya a lot. And Aisha, get this as what women get when you have more than one wife. So Aisha was jealous. And she said, Safiya, she's not except a kaza lady. She did not mention that. She did not say it. But she said she is a short lady. Prophet ﷺ said, Ya Aisha, لقد قلت كلمة لو مزجتها بماء البحر لمزجت. كلمة تمزج البحر من سوئها. That if you put your word in the ocean, it will change the color of it. So he's telling her and he's telling us, watch what you're saying. Watch what you're saying. لذلك أيها الذين آمنوا لا يسخر قوم من قوم عسى أن يكونوا خيرا منهم. Don't laugh at anyone. Maybe he's better than you. Maybe he's praying at night and you don't know. Maybe he's fasting Monday and Thursday and you don't know. Don't laugh at anyone. لا يسخر قوم من قوم عسى أن يكونوا خيرا منهم. That do not undermine anyone. Do not laugh at anyone. And look at that. After he's saying about قوم, he mentioned women after that. لا يسخر من قوم من قوم عسى أن يكونوا خيرا منهم ولا نساء من نساء عسى أن يكون خيرا منهن ولا تلمزوا أنفسكم ولا تنابزوا بالألقاب بئس الاسم الفسوق بعد الإيمان ومن لم يتب فأولئك هم الظالمون. If you do not control your tongue, then you will be among the ظالمين, because you're تنابز بالألقاب, because you're making تسخر من الناس and تسيء إلى الناس. So that's a very, very, really dangerous issue. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي. أستغفرك ربي لا أحصي ثناء عليك أنت كما أثنيت على نفسك وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ولي الصالحين وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. عباد الله اعلموا أن الله قد أمركم بأمر عظيم بدأ به نفسه وسن به على ملائكة عرشه وسلس به على عباده الصالحين فقال عز من قائل إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على هذا النبي الكريم وعلى من سار بهديه بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. وارض اللهم عن الخلفاء الأربعة أبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي واجعلنا اللهم في زمرتهم يوم لا ينفع مال ولا بنون إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم. In the same time that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala telling us do not talk a lot because you will be responsible, on the other hand He's telling us to talk a lot. And He said, is this Quran contradicting itself? Quran telling us talk too much. And on the other hand He's telling us do not talk too much because you will be responsible for every single word you say. But when He's telling us talk too much, يا أيها الذين آمنوا اذكروا الله ذكرا كثيرا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala telling us talk too much about remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whenever, if you want to engage something, if you want to engage in something and you want your tongue to be busy, what the Prophet ﷺ said to the Sahabi, he said, give me a nasiha. Sahabi told it, give him a nasiha. He said, لا يزال لسانك رطبا بذكر الله. Keep your tongue wet with the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is the greatest talk. And this is the greatest involvement. So while you're sitting and there is nothing to do, read the Quran. This is zikr. Read the hadith. This is zikr. Say subhanallah, alhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah. Talk too much. In this area, don't stop. In any goodness, don't stop. If you're reconciliating someone with someone else, don't stop. Keep talking. Because every single word you say, keep saying it. Because this is in khair, in good. But when you come to the red area, be careful. It's really damaging. إن أحدكم لا يتكلم بالكلمة لا يعطي لها بالا تهوي به بالنار 70 خريفا. That be careful. Sometimes we laugh at the Quran. Sometimes we laugh at the Salah. Sometimes we laugh at the Hadith. Prophet ﷺ said, someone might say a word, it might throw him in the nar the distance of 70 years walking. If you're walking 70 years and you said only one word and you don't know what it means, but you're laughing at Allah's book, you're laughing at Allah's hukum, you're laughing at what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala delivered to you, then it might get you in trouble. And this trouble is big trouble, is severe punishment as the way of walking 70 years walking. So brothers and sisters, having said so, I was not quite happy when I entered the masjid, the center. So we still have a problem with the parking. And we talked about etiquette Friday last time. So please, I beg you, if you're coming to the masjid, let's be the best masjid in Canada. Let's be the best center in Canada. When we enter, we watch how we enter. We watch how we park, please. And I'm not pointing finger to anyone. Alhamdulillah, we are doing the expansion of our parking lot. We need your support and you need your money. So please, let's do it in the spring. It will be a huge parking lot area. I don't want anyone to come to me and complain. Please, I don't want anyone to come to me and complain. Many people come to me and said, whatever you have said last Friday, nobody practiced. It's really, this is not my word yet. I'm not bringing something for myself. I'm saying what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Al-Jumu'ah. I said what Prophet ﷺ said about the Jumu'ah, the day of Jumu'ah. قَالُوا آتَيْتَ وَآنَيْتَ. So don't harm anyone when you come into Friday. It's not Sheikh Jamal's word. It is not me. It is the Prophet ﷺ. If you're not really taking care about it, as you're really not taking the Prophet ﷺ and Surah Al-Jumu'ah seriously. So please next Friday, even if you're gonna walk a lot. So park your car in the right spot and walk, because you will be rewarded. It's a rewarding process. When you walk more, you will get more reward. And please give more chances to the old people and to the ladies with kids, and to the old ladies. So please give a chance, because ليس منا, is not among us من لا يوقر كبيرنا ويعطف على صغيرنا. He's not among us the one who do not really care about the elderly and would not have mercy on the kids, on the young followers. So please, let's practice that. And it's easy. It needs little efforts from every individual, and we will reach there, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan. Allahumma birahmatika nuhaddis wa alayka natakil, la takilna li anfusina tarfata ayn, wa khudh bi nasiyatina ila al-khair. Allahumma inna nas'aluka min al-khair kullih, ajilihi wa ajilihi, wa na'udhu bika min ash-sharri kullih, ajilihi wa ajilihi. Allahumma ijma'na ala al-khair, wa la tufarriqna illa alayh. Allahumma arzuqna lisanan zakira, ولسانا شاكرا. اللهم ارزقنا لسانا يسبحك ويمجدك ربنا يا رب العالمين. اللهم ارزقنا لسانا يأمر بالصدقة ويأمر بالمعروف ويأمر بالإصلاح بين الناس، وأبعد ألسنتنا عن اللغو، وأبعد ألسنتنا عما لا يرضيك. اللهم إنا نسألك أن ترزقنا كلاما حسنا. اللهم ارزقنا كلاما طيبا. اللهم اجعلنا ممن يتكلمون الكلمة الطيبة، وارزقنا الأجر الحسن. اللهم اجعلنا من الذين يذكروك ويكثرون من ذكرك. اللهم إنا نسألك رحمة واسعة تتغمد بها أولنا وآخرنا. لا تجعل ألسنتنا سببا بدخولنا في المعصية أو في نارك. اللهم إنا نسألك رحمة واسعة تتغمد بها أولنا وآخرنا. ألف بين قلوبنا، وحد صفوفنا، اجمع كلمتنا، طهر قلوبنا، طهر ألسنتنا، وأصلح أعمالنا برحمتك يا أرحم